To all of you guys who've been watching and participating and enjoying the Advisor to Advisor show, Ryan and I can't thank you enough. Honestly, we had enough quality and amazing conversations with guests that we could have filled up 3 of these compilation videos, but just don't have time for that. So I hope you guys enjoy this mashup, and these are some of the highlights over the past few months. Happy New Year, cheers, and thank you for being a part of the community we're trying to build.
We wanted to create our own content. So that was one of the things that we wanted to do. We felt that the story that we shared with clients, and we felt that our process was unique, and we tried other things first, right? So we were told all of the, you can't do this yourself, you need to outsource it. We tried something for 6 months where they created the canned content, and I would just cringe every day at my feed, be like, oh my goodness, what's going to get posted on my Facebook or LinkedIn feed today? And it was literally just setting money on fire for 6 months. And I kid that it would have actually been better to literally set $100 bills on fire.
Pandemic has unfortunately happened. But at the end of the day, I think it's changed this industry completely. For me personally, I think it's much needed. Like it was so old school. I remember literally making phone calls from my office, just dying to get that client to come into the office. And it's challenging. Like people have lives, they have kids. It's challenging for them to say, great, yeah, let me find a babysitter and I can meet with you. So now it's like, leverage it, like adjust. And it's what most people want.
That younger advisor better market like crazy to the client's kids, because I find that when financial advisors are close to retirement and they want to sell their book, their retirement age, their clients are retirement age. You're buying an asset that doesn't have a 20 or 30 year runway ahead of it. They kind of coasted for the last 20 years where they didn't put any effort into it. They didn't put any money into the marketing, nothing. Parents either need their adult age children to take care of them and make their financial decisions, or they die, they pass away, and then the adult age children say, yeah, I'm moving mom and dad's account to my guy. But I've serviced your parents for like 40, 50 years. I don't know you, and I don't see anything that you've done. You're not for me.
You should be rotating content between personal, right? Your personal, your pictures of you with your family at your kid's soccer game, your Halloween costumes, inspirational / entertaining, right? So your inspirational quotes, your memes, the pictures of the dogs or whatever, and then the business, right? People come for the personal, the entertaining, the inspirational. That's why people come on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. And then if this is good, if it's authentic, then they'll stick around for the business stuff. There is no part of anybody who signs up on social media to look at somebody who's constantly posting about business.
Thank you. That is the first struggle, is I don't feel comfortable putting a camera in front of my face. Well, do you feel comfortable in talking with a client? Most people do. I mean, most advisors do, because they've got the head knowledge and they're trying to help. It's the same thing. So treat the phone as a client and you got to go with it. The first several videos you're going to make, or they're going to stink. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take a long time. You're going to have several takes like, oh, I said that wrong. And you got to get over it and just do it. And I would start short and sweet, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Use your iPhone. You can edit on the iPhone. All you need is a starting point and an ending point. Don't worry about all the graphics and movie clips and sound clips. But the more you do it, the more you're going to get comfortable with it.
The way that I differentiated in that space was I studied the North Carolina pension system, and I talk to people about their pension. Like, hey, that 6% that's automatically comes out of your paycheck every month and you have no idea where it goes? Yeah, well, let's sit down and talk about that. And then I created the need, because you have the pension that only replaces, after full 30 years, that's only 54% of your income. Sprinkle in some Social Security, that may be 20%. And then what happens? Well, you have a gap and you also have a liquidity problem. So how do you make that up? 401k, 403b, 457. And then you talk about, Roth pre-tax versus after tax. And that's where I went with it. And every day that's where I went. And that's how I cut my teeth in the industry. So if I was starting out brand new, that's exactly what I would do. I would go, who's the largest employer in every single state? The state is the largest employer in every state. So if you don't know, if you have no clue what to do, and every state has probably 4 to 8 different subsets of the pension system, start becoming a specialist in your state pension system.